Hi Dragon's Breath community, Rebecca here. I'm really excited to participate in Dragon Tales and kind of connect with everyone, not only how I'm doing, but also how other people are doing. Right now I'm out on a walk with my dog, so if you see me getting pulled around, that's what that's about. Social distancing has been okay so far. It's definitely a strange thing to think about, knowing that it's not safe to go to businesses and interact in the way that we currently have. And I think that reality of just how serious the situation is continues to settle into my awareness in a deeper way as things evolve. But I've been really blessed that I have a lot of students who I've been virtually connecting with, both privates and groups. So that's kept me really connected, and I feel actually really excited about the level of depth and connection we've been able to maintain while seeing each other online. I've also been able to see my parents virtually and chat with them, and I'm lucky that at home I have my husband and our 2 dogs, and honestly this is the first time in probably over 10 years that I've actually been able to see my husband so much and be at home so often. So even though I'm working a lot of the time that I'm home, being in the physical presence of my little family has been really special. So I'm actually currently just so grateful for this opportunity to have time at home, to work remotely, and to actually have some breathing room. So as far as coping mechanisms, I think it's kind of similar answer. I have been working, creating relationships online that were previously in person, which has been a little bit of a learning curve because I wasn't really doing that before, and also just like staying on top of people to get registrations for class or make sure someone can still do a time. There's a little bit more follow-up required. And so that's been challenging at times, but also, again, really wonderful. Students are responding. They want to be a part of things. They're appreciating what I'm able to offer, so I found that to be really great. I've also been doing a lot of exercising at home. I have some of my gyrotonic and Pilates equipment at home that I've been able to work out more. I've been doing ballet bar at home and also yoga, so that's actually been really cool. I very rarely am at home, usually when I'm driving all around, so I've been able to work out more and connect to some of the things I have right in my home space. And I've also been practicing my music. I'm a singer and songwriter, and so I've been enjoying the chance to practice more, and I'm hoping to maybe use this time to start writing again and just explore my musical gifts. How do I feel calm in the midst of uncertainty? Well, I think it depends on the day that you ask me, or maybe the moment that you ask me, what my most honest answer is. From right now, where I'm feeling pretty good, I would say that I find calm by doing activities I enjoy, so like doing a workout or sitting down to write in my journal or practicing the piano or singing. I also have used communication like calling my mom or my sister and chatting with them about what's going on, and I'm able to be really honest with them. So using that as a way to right size my anxiety or my frustration over something has been really helpful. Now, when I'm in the midst of something, I don't always immediately remember to do these things, but deep breathing also helps. Closing my eyes and going into a meditative mindset. Remembering that this isn't forever. I really do firmly believe that this is a really tough place we're in right now, but that we're going to see the other side. And I believe the way that we get to the other side is by being willing to feel what's real right now and sit with it. Sometimes it's really ugly and messy and scary and frustrating. Other times there's a lot of beautiful silver linings that I can appreciate. But regardless, I have to be willing to acknowledge what's true. So that's been helping me to stay calm. So even though this is a really hard time right now, I actually am finding a lot of hope. The first hope that I'm having, just because I'm always in my own experience, is that this is a hope to change the structure of my life. For the past over 10 years, I've been working 7 days a week, driving all over the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area to work. having very little time for self-reflection, to pursue hobbies that I love, to be with my husband and my dogs, to stay adequately connected to friends. And while I've found so much reward and beauty in my work, and I'm so proud of what I've accomplished, I also have really been not attending to things that are also equally important. So I see this as a sea change. It's literally a forced interruption to the things that I was already hoping and praying to change, but wasn't really willing to take the extreme action on. So I take a lot of hope in that. I'm excited that this ushers in a new normal, that students are seeing new possibilities for online work, that I'm seeing new possibilities for branching outside my usual circles, that I'm willing to re-examine parts of myself that I have disenfranchised. And collectively, I also see a lot of hope because we're recognizing we're all in this together. There's so much polarization in the world right now, us versus them mentality, political things, just so many disagreements that have really driven us apart. And I think we tend to dehumanize each other in that process. So this gives us a great opportunity to be collectively connected. I'm seeing so much more of that out in the world, and I'm really excited to see how that can grow and build. I do think it's a conscious choice we have to make to keep building it instead of getting stuck in fear and kind of social isolation on a spiritual level. But I do think it's out there, and I'm really excited to explore that. So when things get really hard, how do I breathe? Well, the answer is sometimes I don't. And so a big part of this, and also just probably life in general, my process is recognizing when I'm not breathing and what that feels like, not just like, oh, in my lungs and my diaphragm, I don't feel expansion, but literally like, what are the symptoms of not breathing? Am I clenching my jaw? Am I starting to feel racing thoughts? Am I feeling really anxious? Am I having inappropriate reactions to things that are really not that big of a deal? So tracking my own signs of struggle and reactivity is one way that I know that I'm not breathing. So part of it is that in hard times, I need to start seeing those signs, and instead of letting them slide by in a complacent way, I have to address them with breath and change. And then I think also, again, I breathe by trying to stay in a way that allows me to be informed, but also to have perspective that doesn't keep me in a state of hyperarousal or freak out. So for me, that means not overwatching the news. When I feel scared about something, not taking it to that like, oh my gosh, it's the worst possible situation lens, but just being like, okay, this is what it is. What part of this can I do? So using that question for me in yoga and in life is really helpful for me to breathe and keep space in my mind, in my heart, and in my life for the challenges that are here right now.